Hey, I'm Professor Matt. I've made 70 some odd lecture videos on academic philosophy for my students and for YouTube generally, and I'm going to share with you a few tips that can help you make your own. Number one, follow my 3 commandments of public speaking. Know thy material, be thyself, and practice. You know what it's like to walk into a class having not thoroughly studied the material without your examples ahead of time, without some clear lecture notes. It's no fun. But when you walk into the room, you've given the same lecture 50 times before, you really know the material, you've got great notes, great examples, everything clicks, it's beautiful. Do the same thing for your lecture vid, you'll have a much better time. Number 2, be thyself. Don't pretend to be me or to be your favorite presenter or your favorite philosopher. Try to be as natural as possible and you're going to have a better time with it. Your students are going to respect you more, they're going to tell that you look more relaxed, and they'll appreciate that, and you'll resonate better with them. You'll help them better understand the concepts, and that's what you want. And last, practice. This means rehearse before you hit record. And when you hit record and you screw up, as I just did a couple of times, push stop and restart. That's the beautiful thing about making a lecture video. It does not have to be perfect the first time out, and it's not going to be perfect, but you have the luxury of being able to re-record. That's my first thing. Know the material, be thyself, and practice. Number 2, realize that it is not going to be perfect. Conditions won't be perfect. Your delivery won't be perfect. For example, it is raining. Do you think I plan to make this thing in the rain? No, but I made a couple other videos and the raining had stopped and I've already got my suit on, and so I've got towels over my equipment out here except for my phone. But that's okay. We're going to record this before it rains too hard and I ruin everything. The phone is the only equipment you really need. In fact, if you watch my early lecture videos, I'm walking around with the phone like this. I'm just holding it out in front of me. I didn't even have a selfie stick back then, but I know you have a phone. That's all you need to record and upload directly to YouTube. You can invest in a selfie stick. Here's a nice cheap one. Here's one that was a little bit more expensive, probably $12 rather than $8, and this one turns into a tripod so you can set it up. So get some equipment. Realize the videos aren't going to be perfect. Do try to change your backgrounds though. If you're always sitting in your office, that's going to be very boring. If you're walking around sometimes, if you're on your front porch sometimes, your back porch sometimes. I know we got this coronavirus quarantine thing happening right now, but I'm sure you can vary the rooms you're in or the background somehow. You can get one of those green screen things and fiddle with that. However, I would recommend that you not fiddle with green screens or anything else for that matter, because if you make this process too difficult, you will not do it. You have to make it easy and simple. So I don't recommend video editing software. I don't recommend anything other than you and your smartphone and pointing that thing at yourself, having prepared thoroughly and a good strong message to convey, to be able to do it clearly and concisely. That's what's really gonna help you do a good job with this. But do vary the background. Don't just be in your office all the time. Do mix it up somewhat. I cannot believe I'm recording this in the rain. It's raining heavier now. You can see it on my glasses, and that's okay. That's more reason to show you that this doesn't have to be perfect. You're still going to get the main idea. One thing you might want to invest in beyond that selfie stick would be a wired lapel microphone. You see I've got this fancy headset on, and I've got a Shure transmitter down here. That's because I do keynote presentations beyond my philosophy lecture videos. So I got that for other side gigs and not for this. This just happens to have better sound quality than this, and I like the freedom to be able to walk around, but you don't have to spend that kind of money. I think this thing was $12. I'll put a link to it and also this good selfie stick, $12 selfie stick, in the description. Amazon shipments may be delayed with their focus on medical equipment for the moment, but whenever they start shipping stuff normally again, you can use that. However, again, if you watch my early lecture videos, I'm going to be walking around Washington, D.C. I'll be in New York. I'll just be in my neighborhood walking down the sidewalk, and I've just got my phone like this. One cool thing that I think the students appreciate is that I allowed the passers-by to be passers-by. Was I a little bit embarrassed at first? Yeah. Am I still a little bit shy about that sort of thing? Yeah. Was it good for me and my assertiveness and my confidence? Yes. Would it be good for yours? Very much. Give it a shot. You'll be reluctant. You'll feel the social pressure to not walk around with a camera recording yourself talking about Rawls and Socrates and Descartes, etc. But the more you do it, the more comfortable you become, and you'll be proud of yourself for doing that. So there you go. There's a short lecture video on how to make a lecture video on philosophy in particular, but I suppose this would apply to other disciplines as well. Have fun with it. Last, if you need some extra coaching, check out my public speaking book, aptly titled The Best Public Speaking Book. Check it out on the back. I told you I was a philosopher. Look there, my honey badger. The urban honey badger is a assertiveness drill that I've used in my philosophy classes, my on-site personal philosophy classes anyway, that's articulated in the book from the world of self-defense. And so I just took the honey badger thing and ran with it. And in fact, I actually have a honey badger speaking YouTube channel. It's very new. I just set it up a couple of months ago. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. Thanks so much. Hope this helps.